here with Stephen Aryan, guest of honour at Fantasycon 2024 in Chester. We're doing a pre-interview just to find out a little bit about Stephen. Hello.
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 Yep.
So I'm just going to ask you the first question straight off,
Okay.
which is, how did you react when you were asked to be guest of honour at Fantasycon?
Very surprised. I was not expecting it at all. I was delighted, but I was really not really very surprised when I was asked. I thought, oh wow, okay, I've been here long enough now that I've been asked.
So they can't avoid me
Oh
anymore.
wow, yeah, they can't really get
No,
rid of me now. I've
no.
been here that long, yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
well,
it's very
that's
nice to be
good.
asked. It's very, very nice
Yes,
to be
and
asked.
very well deserved as well.
Oh, thank
So, if you had to wear something at the con to indicate you were a guest of honor, what would it be?
you. Oh, some kind of hat, maybe, I think, or a crown, something like that.
Yes.
We should all have crowns, I think.
So, gold, platinum.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So,
probably end up being cardboard painted that color, but sure, a gold colored crown, I think would be
so
nice.
I've got tinfoil. We could say it was
Yeah,
platinum.
silver, that'll do. Yeah, or platinum.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
cool, nice. Okay, so crowns for the guests of honor. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
What are you most looking forward to at FantasyCon?
Um, just meeting everybody as usual. I think going to these events, I enjoy the panels and I enjoy talking to people, but I think meeting people is the best thing, catching up with old friends, but meeting new people and
Hmm.
just finding out about them as writers, what they're doing, how they're working on things, characters, world building. As writers, we just love talking about this stuff. So I think it kind
Yeah.
of energizes me meeting other writers because I go away and then want to carry on and start working on my own books again. So yeah, talking to people is the best thing.
Yeah, especially when they're actually, interested in stuff. Because I think if you're anything like me, you bore your family senseless, or you're going to rant about like this world building thing you did, and you can just see their
And they're
eyes
like,
glaze over, and they're trying to be polite, and you're just like,
yeah, trying to stay focused, but yeah, it's people who are into exactly the same kind of stuff as you. They want to hear about these kind of details. They
yeah,
understand the kind of passion, and that's
yeah,
definitely worth going to
yeah, and
these.
you don't have to stop and explain words.
No, you're like world building. You're doing what? You're like, oh,
Yeah, or
okay.
trope, or this, and they're just like,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And what's your top tip to attendees to make the most of it?
Um, don't stay too late at night at the conventions because usually some mornings panels start very, very early, and there's some great panels usually sort of 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you've had a really heavy night on that first night, you're not going to be there on Saturday morning at some of the panels. So go easy on the first night, ease yourself into it, I would say, and then maybe you can kick back a bit more Saturday night and just enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. The last two fantasy cons, I've been thrown out the bar around 4 or 5 a.m.
See, yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah,
quite a late one.
yeah. Get all the sleep I need when I'm dead.
Oh, there you go.
So, all right. So we're going to go into our quick fire round.
Okay,
So you don't have to be, but as short as possible. But it's okay if you feel you do need to expand.
right.
Okay, sci-fi, fantasy, or horror?
Fantasy,
Okay, quiet or loud?
quiet,
Dark or light?
dark.
Strict lines or genre blend?
Ooh, genre blends.
Okay, it sounded like you may expand that when it sounded like you had some thoughts.
I think genres boxes, and I think the kind of definitions of the smaller and smaller genres that we have, like it's grimdark with this or so and so with that, I think are not helpful.
That's
I think they're
fair.
good for readers to find what they are specifically after, but I think it robs some of the adventure and some of the unexpectedness of when you read a fantasy book that you don't know exactly what you're going to get. And so it robs some of that excitement level that you might have from the unexpected in a book.
No, I think that's a good answer. And to be honest, I think people take different things. If you ever look up a book on Goodreads and you see how many boxes people who've read it have ticked, and you're like, okay, it's all of those things.
Yeah, okay,
It's like, sure, all
sure.
right. Awards or bestseller?
Bestseller.
Bestseller. Okay, we see how this is. That's fine.
Yeah,
Fiction or non-fiction?
fiction.
Yeah. Poetry or prose?
Prose.
Plotter or pantser?
Definitely a plotter. Yeah, I've tried pantsing. It did not work for me.
Okay. I tried plotting. It doesn't work for me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it's whatever fits.
Absolutely, absolutely. Reading or listening?
Reading.
Notebook or computer?
Computer, but I do scribble things down all the time on notebooks.
Do
So
you then lose them?
no, I'm quite good at compiling them back up
Okay,
onto computer typically. So
that's good. Okay, well done. Last book you read?
The Daughter's War by Christopher Buehlman.
Okay, good
Loved
one.
it.
Loved it.
Fantastic. Absolutely
Uh,
brilliant. Yeah.
That would have been really awkward if you'd said no there.
Oh, terrible book. Couldn't stand it. I mean, it was
It's like, we'll edit it out. It's fine.
this is live. Yeah, brilliant book. I'm probably going to go back and read The Black Tongue Thief again now because it is a prequel
Mm,
to that. So, and I know he's now going on with the rest of the series, but I haven't read it in a while, so I may go and read The Black Tongue again because it's so good.
nice.
It's just such a
Excellent.
good book.
Lovely. I haven't read that one, but I shall put it on the TBR list.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite podcast, if you listen to podcasts.
I haven't listened to podcasts in quite a while. I'm going to say the Inspiration podcast because I was just a guest on that the other day talking about writing, and they're fantastic. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Good. What's your biggest influence?
On my writing, probably David Gemmell. I think he
Hmm.
gave me a particular style, paciness of the writing, character focus, strong, all these kind of strong elements. People have commented on my work in parallel with his. So I definitely think he's an influence of mine. Yeah,
Hmm. So, well, it's nice to have the comparison then as well, isn't it? I mean, that's always a massive
absolutely.
compliment. So,
Biggest compliment I've had. Yeah.
yeah, fantastic. Okay, so what's next for you then?
Well, I'm currently working on the third book of The Nightingale and the Falcon. That will be coming out next year from Angry Robot Books. Have my first indie published, self-published project coming the 1st of October. This is a novella, completely separate, totally different, and it blends genres. It crosses a number of genre
Oh,
borders. Let's call back there for you. So something very, very different that I've ever done before. It's a noir story, hardboiled detective kind of story with a little bit of a fantasy in it, but I very much tell people it is a crime story. So they don't go in expecting dragons and magic and everything like that.
okay.
None of that. It's very
So,
much
crime with a sort of speculative edge.
yeah, really. I think that's the best way to describe it. Yeah. Some people have said it's, fantasy gangs of New York or grimdark noir. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take that. I'll take that. So yeah, it's an
All good.
experiment. It's something different. It's very, very short for me because it's like 42,000 words long.
Mhm. And
So
is this
that's the
something you
next.
might kind of continue writing in that series if it goes well, or?
I'm definitely going to continue anyway, regardless, because I want to do at least two more stories with these characters. I really enjoyed it. It's first person, which I haven't done in a book before. I've played around with it, but I've never done a complete project in first person. So
Hmm.
I've tried a lot of new different things with this book, and I'm really happy with how the story has come out, and feedback from early readers and authors who've given me a couple quotes have loved it too. So that's next. And then next year it'll be something new. I'm 95,000 words into a brand new fantasy novel that's standalone, so I need to kind of finish that this year. So next year, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on already. Writing another novella, book 3 in Judas Blossom. Yeah, busy year.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Very busy year. And where can people find out more about your work?
Best place is my website, which is stephen-aryan.com. I'm on Twitter still. I'm on Instagram, and I have a monthly newsletter that you can sign up for my website. Those are the best places to find me.
Or ask you at Fantasycon?
Or run into me at Fantasycon. Yes, you'll see me there, I'm sure, on a couple of panels, probably.
Okay. And finally, what is the best thing about being part of the SFFH community?
It's all of the people. It's the fact that it is a community, that you have
Mhm.
all of these people that are very much into the same thing as you are. And you get to geek out and talk about all of these things, and you don't have to explain a whole bunch of stuff. People understand it. They know what you're on about. They have some of the same influences, whether it's TV, books, comics, films, and you can just geek out and have a nice time surrounded by like-minded people who are usually quite open-minded, usually quite interesting. and usually quite well read as well within the genre, because we're all
Mhm.
fans. We all began as fans, and some
Yeah.
of us then became authors, but we're still fans to this day. Like I said, I love Christopher Buehlman. I've got a huge stack of books behind me, are all fantasy and sci-fi. I still want to read, and I still love reading it. It's never been a chore for me. I know some authors say, well, I can't read it whilst I'm writing it, but I can kind of turn off that critical
Mhm.
part of my brain, and I love doing it. I love talking about books with other people. So it's the best part about being in the community is the people within it.
Mhm. No, I couldn't agree with that more, and I think certainly at the BFS we're quite lucky
Mm.
to have a generally good crowd of people,
Yeah, yeah,
which is really lovely. Well,
absolutely.
listen, thank you very much, Stephen Aryan.
Welcome.
As I say, Stephen's books are available wherever you can buy books,
Mm.
so you
Check
should
them
do
out.
that. And we look forward to seeing your novella again on the 1st of October.
Yes.
Will it be for sale at Fantasycon?
Maybe. Who
Maybe.
knows? Maybe.
Who knows? Oh,
If I
okay.
bring some
There may,
copies with me, yes. Otherwise,
so
no.
there may or may not be a
Otherwise, you can
secret
just buy
sale.
it online. It'll be
Yeah.
on Amazon and paperback and ebook and Kindle Unlimited. So there you go.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, we'll very much look forward to that then, and we'll
Thank
look
you.
forward to seeing you at Fantasycon for your guest of honor interview as well, which we will hear
Fantastic.
more in-depth things about you.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, Pam.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.